I think it's really amazing that one of the most important things that you can do to boost your health, your energy and your happiness is absolutely free once you learn how to do it. And that is knowing what your intuition is telling you, because you can feel it in your body, your mind, your spirit and your soul. This is Wendy Demerick from Natural Woman Network, and with today's Health Smarts, I just want to outline a few important things about this to you. I've been a practitioner in women's health and herbal medicine, lots of other modalities for decades, and with so many of the women and the men and the families that I've seen, I've spent a huge amount of time not just doing the clinical medicine side of things, but also helping people connect in to what their spirit and soul is telling them so that they can free themselves up energetically. This can hugely affect your health. Let me give you an example. Have you ever been somewhere or been near someone where you might have been feeling great before, and then suddenly your energy drops or your mood drops and you can't figure out why, and you come out of there feeling quite low or anxious or fearful? So that is your energy system picking up on something either in the land there or in the building, depends where you are, or in someone else's energy system. Once you learn to recognize that this might not actually be you just suddenly going into depression or anxiety, and it might have another cause, you can then learn how to go within and determine what of this is your situation, what of this is coming from somewhere else, and how to get back to being your grounded self. Now, and it's very important to do this in a way that is not about blaming someone else or something else, but just understanding the dynamics of what's going on. I'm doing this Health Smart today because I've just done a meditation, a guided meditation about this for the Natural Woman Network Sisterhood. I'll put the link to that down below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, our YouTube channel, so that we can keep providing you with more and more tools to help you feel fantastic naturally. So one example is when I was quite young, and I've always been able to feel energy both from the land and from people, but when I was quite young and we had little kids, I remember going to a particular island near where I live. It's actually a national park now, and it was then, but I didn't know the history of it. And when I went to go into the lighthouse keeper's cottage there, which was part of the tour, I could not walk in the door. And I couldn't even go past the veranda. And my then husband took the children in and they went in, but I just felt a really strong no energy. In fact, I felt quite strange. I felt quite dizzy, and I had to go and sit on the wooden fence post nearby. And the National Parks ranger came up to me and said, "Oh, are you okay?" I said, "Oh, I can't go in that house." He said, "Oh, you're not the first person. A couple of other people have said that over the years." I said, "Look, something's happened in there and I don't feel it's a good place to be. What's happened?" And he told me what had happened, and I immediately knew why I didn't want to go in there. I actually didn't want my kids in there either, but anyway. And so that was a very strong message from my intuition telling me, you know, the energy here could be harmful. I had to ground myself and center myself and remove that in order to go on. But a lot of people, if they're unaware of this, might come out of there feeling quite strange. And I don't just mean this one instance. This has happened many times in my life. And when I speak with my patients and clinic community and other people about this, pretty well everyone can identify a time in their life, at least one time, where they've had a strong feeling either not to go somewhere or not to be around someone or not to eat that particular food. And often people have said to me before they remember this, "Oh, but I'm not intuitive at all." But everyone is intuitive. It's not a special gift that only a few people have. What is different is that you need to learn how to use that intuition. It's not a big scary thing. It's actually quite easy to learn, and then you need to practice that. It's so, so important. So what I'd like you to do, apart from if you want to learn this meditation that helps you understand how to start doing that and grounding yourself so you can do that, but start to notice how you feel in certain situations. And one way of doing that is in the morning when you wake up and before you go about your day, you might just take a few minutes to breathe and then be really in your body and put out your intention for the day. Notice how you're feeling. You might even take notes and say, look, I wake up feeling great or some other reason. And then just notice during the day, for at least one day, keep a really good eye on how you're feeling in your body, mind, spirit all day. And then start to notice, oh, actually, when I went there, I wasn't quite right afterwards. Or when I was this person, I just felt, I felt really engaged and happy. And when I was near someone else, I felt a bit low. That is your intuition, and that is the energy field that's around us all and all living things, which is impacting you, and you will be impacting other people as well. Have you ever noticed when you're really down, no one wants to be around you? It's sort of like the term, kicking a dog when it's down has good reason, because that's what it feels like. So start to notice that. Put your comments down below. Remember to subscribe and come and join us at the Natural Woman Network. I'll see you next time. Bye.